Hi friends, Mrs. D back with you to share with you a couple, basically two ideas I have for Mother's Day gifts. You can pass this video on to your husbands or the dads so that they can do the projects, or maybe the moms want to do the projects with the children and make some for yourself, and especially the first one, and maybe make some extras for the other special moms that you know. So the first thing we're going to do is make bath salts. I know lots of moms love to take baths, relaxing baths, just like Mrs. Large in 5 minutes of peace. She just wanted 5 minutes away to soak in the bathtub and relax. So this is an easy activity that the children can help with. And it's a really forgiving recipe. This one is 3/4 cup Epsom salt, a 1/4 cup of baking soda, a 1/2 cup of sea salt, food coloring, and essential oils. And if you only have sea salt, then just use sea salt. If you only have Epsom salt, use Epsom salt. So the first thing you're going to need is a bowl. And then we're going to add 3/4 cup of the Epsom salt. And like I said, very forgiving, so your kids can pour, scoop. It's great for them, for their fine motor, to practice scooping and pouring. It's also a great sensory experience. I know whenever we would do experiments or make things, whether it was with flour or baking soda, the children always wanted to touch everything and smell it. So that is the Epsom salt. To that, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of baking soda. And then lastly, a 1/2 cup of sea salt. Next, we're going to mix it all around. Let your kids get in there and stir it around with their hands, or use a spoon, however you want to mix it around. To that, you're going to add your essential oils. You don't have to make it smell. You can skip this part, but if you have essential oils that you like the smell of, go ahead and add about 10 drops or so. Remember, once you put it in the bath, the smell won't be as concentrated. And then we're going to distribute and stir that around and around and around. Now, the way that we can gift this or store this is totally up to you. You can go as simple as a baggie, a sandwich bag, and if you had another little paper gift bag, you can put that inside of it. If you have these clear treat bags, you could use this and tie it with a pretty ribbon. Or I went in my recycling bin and found this Tostitos jar and cleaned it out and took the label off. I was able to get the sticky stuff from the label off the jar using cooking oil and baking soda and warm water. If I'm going to put it, I put this is one I had already made, and I wanted to layer different colors. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's easier to see in person, but it's pink and white. And if that's what I was going to do, then you can have your kids scoop out about half. If you want 2 colors, you can leave 1 white, or you can color both bowls differently. And let's see, and you're going to need food coloring, or you can leave it white, totally up to you. Let's make this one, let's see what color do I have here, blue. You're going to add about, depending how dark you want it, maybe about 5 cups, or not cups, 5 drops. 5 cups, you might come out looking blue. But I did read that if you just use a little bit of food coloring, it doesn't stain. So you don't want blue moms walking around. So add the food coloring drops to the bowl and stir it around. And keep stirring, and that. And then when you have the color and it's just the color is distributed evenly, you can use your different storage options. Maybe you want to make some extra for some extra special moms that you know and deliver them with a label that says something like, hope you enjoy 5 minutes of peace on your special day, just like Mrs. Large tried to do in the story. We know it doesn't always work out that way. So that is how you make bath salts. The other idea I had is I always loved when my kids made me something for Mother's Day. And so this is a project I had actually done last year with my preschool class for kids art. I know the pre-K classes did the kids art earlier in the fall. But this is an idea I had that you could do with your child, or you can give it to Dad and let him help with this. What you're going to do is, I'll show you this one. I have 2 versions. You want to trace each member's hand, and sometimes it's easier to start with one member's hand and trace it with a pencil, and then come back with a permanent marker, and then go to the next one. And there's 2 ways to do it. In this version, each person's hand, I used a different permanent marker, like Trent's is in black and Grant's was in blue. And this version that I did last year, all the hand prints are outlined in black, whichever you prefer. And also I decided, well, why don't I put the person's name, whoever the handprint belonged to, in this updated version that I did. So once all the hands are traced, some people even included their dog's paw print. They put their dog's paw on and traced it. It was very cute. So this was the version I was making to show you when I realized, oh goodness, I don't have any watercolors here. And then I thought, maybe food coloring will work. And my friends, food coloring works great. All you'll need is a little jar with just a little bit of water in the bottom. And we're going to add some food coloring to this. And you need a brush. And you can see that the food coloring works great as paint. It's not as vibrant as this, which was used as liquid watercolors were used on this one. And just hand it to your kids and let them paint however they would like. This was done by a preschooler. This one was done by me. You can kind of see the difference. But that's another option. You can put your family's name on it with the date, or you could put Happy Mother's Day with the date, or if you want to remember the time we were all and home together during COVID-19. You can do In This Together with the year, but I think this makes a really pretty art piece, especially if you were to put it in like a black frame. So happy Mother's Day to all of you wonderful moms out there. I hope you have a very special day that it includes 5 minutes of peace. Bye, my friends.